Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. This is Allison, and in this video I'm going to share with you guys a few practical self-care tips to help you stay healthy during the cold winter months. During this time of year, it can be challenging for some of us to maintain our wellness routine because of the short the short daytime hours, or the short daylight hours, and it's cold outside. These can just cause some of us to just neglect our overall wellness. We want to stay indoors. Some of us might tend to overeat during the holiday season. There's just tons of food that we normally don't eat throughout the year. So I thought, you know what, let me just create a YouTube video to share just some things that I plan to do, or some of the things that I'm currently doing that I will continue to do in the cold winter months. So I thought I would share these tips with you guys. Before we get started, if you're new here, again, I'm Allison, and on the channel I provide holistic health and wellness tips for Black women over the age of 50 to empower them to live the life that they desire and deserve, age gracefully, and obtain optimal health. So let's get started in these tips. The first tip on my list is to make sure that you are drinking water. It is very important that we always, regardless of whatever time of year it is, but especially during the winter months, it's very important that we stay hydrated. So you want to drink water the first thing in the morning. So as soon as you wake up, have a glass of water beside your bed, but make sure that you are drinking water throughout the night. If we're in the bed 6, 7, 8 hours, we can get like a little dehydrated. We're up, maybe going to the bathroom, so we're losing like a lot of water. So it's very important that we continue with drinking water. You want to drink it the first thing in the morning, and you also want to drink it throughout your day. And to find out exactly how much water you should be drinking, you can go online, and there are various calculators where you can determine how much water you should be drinking based upon your makeup, your height, and your size, as well as sometimes maybe if you're taking medication. Also, another thing with the drinking water, in addition to is helping with dehydration, is also removing any kind of toxins that you might have in your body, and it helps with digesting foods and all of those great things, so that you've probably already heard. So the first tip on my list is to make sure that you are drinking water first thing in the morning and throughout your day. The second tip on my list is to, after you've drunk some water, is to incorporate, if you're not doing this already, is to stay active. Do some form of movement the first thing in the morning, and it could be anywhere from 5 minutes up to 20 minutes, but you want to make sure that you're doing some movement the first thing in the morning. And I have tons of some yoga videos that's for all different levels, and they're from 5 minutes up to 20 minutes, just some basic yoga stretches. But yeah, make sure that you're doing some form of movement. You can dance in place, you can, well, dance, or you can march in place, but you want to make sure that you are doing some form of movement. And also with that, not just the first thing, but if you haven't really been exercising, you could just take it slow. And so instead of setting aside, say, okay, I'm going to exercise for 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the afternoon or evening or whatever, you can just have like mini workout sessions throughout your day. So if you're still working, you're working from home, or you've retired, just maybe on the hour, every other hour, just get up, do some form of movement. If you have like some really light dumbbells, you can on the hour just get up and do some type of movement, and try to do that about 5 to 10 minutes of movement, say 4 or 5 times a day. So if you do 5 or 10 minutes in the morning, and then say 5 or 10 minutes in the afternoon, mid-afternoon, and then evening, before you know it, you've had like 30 minutes. So the number 2 tip is to make sure that you're staying active and doing some form of movement throughout the day. The third tip on my list is to make sure that you're continuing to eat healthy. There's a tendency, because we're not going out as much, it's the holidays, as I mentioned earlier, it's a tendency for us to maybe overeat. So you want to be mindful of the food that you're intaking, what you're eating. Eat your fruits and vegetables, those that are in season. You also want to make sure that you can make like some healthy soups, vegetable soups, or you can make soups that are made out of like a black bean soup. And I have a list of, I have a video playlist of some really delicious healthy recipes, some bowls that you can make. But again, the third thing, you want to make sure that you're eating healthy. You want to try to reduce the amount of sugar, sugary snacks, processed foods that you're eating. So the number 3 thing is to make sure that you're eating healthy and you're eating nutritious food. The next thing on my list is to make sure that you are getting outside. And so when the sun is out, you still want to make sure that you are getting outside when the sun is out. Some of us, Black people in particular, tend to have vitamin D deficiency. So when the sun is out, just go outside, put on a hat and your some gloves, and make sure you're covering up properly. But you want to make sure that you're getting outdoors and getting some vitamin D, especially when the sun is out. The next thing that you want to do is to, what is the final thing on here? Oh yeah, rest. You want to make sure that you are getting enough sleep, and you're taking your naps. Just take like a power nap throughout the day, and then the evening try to get anywhere from 7 to 8 hours of sleep at night. But again, this tip is that you want to make sure that you're getting enough sleep and rest, and incorporate some naps during your day. And it could be anywhere from like a 5 minutes up to a 20-minute power nap. And if you are taking naps during the day, you want to make sure you're not taking a nap over 30 minutes. And so yeah, if you're at home, try to take it maybe like late afternoon or an hour or so after you've had lunch. And then the final tip on my list is to make sure that you are staying sociable or social. Again, with the cold weather, we tend not to want to go outside, and that's okay. You can call someone on the phone, or you can set up a Zoom call with some friends or a loved one. And on the days that the weather is okay, call a friend, meet a friend or a loved one for lunch. But you want to make sure that you are staying social during this time of year. Studies show that people over 50 tend to suffer from sad, and that's like a seasonal depression because they're maybe lonely, they're not getting outside as much. So the final tip is to make sure that you stay social. Well, that concludes my list of just some few things that you can do to help you stay healthy and happy during the winter months. I would love to hear from you in the comment section to let me know what your thoughts are about these tips. Or do you have any tips that you can share? What are some of the things that you do to make sure that you're taking care of yourself during the winter months? I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, and also please share with other women, other Black women over the age of 50 that have made the decision to prioritize their self-care. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.